Hi, I'm Ed Hitchcock, the owner of Tailored Tackle, and I'm here with Take Me Fishing to walk through my top 5 best ice fishing lures of all time. These are different lures that are going to allow you to target different species and catch fish all winter long. So let's walk through exactly what I'm using out here on the ice. Okay, so we're going to go from smallest to largest, and what I like to do with panfish, generally going to be the smallest, is to use a tungsten jig, and this tungsten jig is going to be tipped with a soft plastic. We've got our red Eurolarva plastic on here, and then I like to tip it with spikes, red Eurolarva spikes, so that there's 2 or 3 Eurolarva right on top of here, and then this soft plastic. And this tungsten lure is heavy. It's like 1/12 of an ounce, but it's small. It's got a very small profile, so it's heavier per its smaller size, and you can fish it really fast. You can hop around a bunch of different holes. I like gold, especially in dark, murky waters, and I love the red Eurolarva that stands out. And so this is my go-to for panfish that are a little bit finicky. We're looking for them. The bite's not crazy, but we're trying to convince them to take a bite. Now, number 2 is going to be our diamond jig in Fire Tiger with a chartreuse soft plastic. Now this is absolutely great for crappie and for perch, and even rainbow trout. Rainbow trout just love this. And so this is gonna mimic like a zooplankton kind of plankton thing in the water here, and this green chartreuse with that Fire Tiger jig head is going to really bring a lot of fish in, and I use this when I'm targeting aggressively feeding fish because the profile's a little bit bigger, the color's a little bit louder, and it allows me to target the bigger fish out of that pot of fish that I'm catching. And it just does a great job bringing fish in with those really bright colors. It's an awesome night option if you are fishing for crappie in the dark or maybe perch at night. Stepping up a little bit is a classic demon jig, and this is in parakeet chartreuse with a glow bottom. This is great for using full live bait if you are going to fish with a minnow, like a crappie minnow or a shiner minnow. You would tip this with a full minnow. I like to fish that full minnow on here, and it's kind of like a jig spoon type combination, which will allow you to really jig and call in fish with live bait, but it'll also serve great as a dead stick if you want to set up live bait underneath a tip up or a dead stick next to you and then put that live bait on here. It just does great calling in fish. That glow really brings them in. It's great at night, and it just adds a little bit more flair when you're having some live bait underneath the ice. Next up is going to be our curved Flutter Spoon, and this curved Flutter Spoon is great for calling in fish. It's absolutely fantastic for walleye. It's my go-to walleye lure, and I have a little snap. The kit comes with snaps, and you put a little snap on top, and it allows this spoon to flutter down. So you're jigging it up, and then it's gonna flutter down and reflect light in the water column. Now, I tip it usually with a minnow head or a minnow tail, and it's great for walleye and especially trout if you're fishing for like rainbow trout or brook trout. It's great at calling in fish. It's great in deeper water. It's heavy enough to get down there. It's not too big of a profile. It's just an all-around great walleye bait. Last, we've got our Jigging Lure, and this is in Fire Tiger, and it is absolutely a monster for catching big pike, big lake trout, and bigger walleye. So this is kind of your go-to when you want to really target bigger game fish species. And I like to tip it with a minnow head down here on the treble hook and then a minnow tail on the edge. It's heavy, it's loud. When you jig it, it moves around in a big circle, and it's great for finding bigger fish. So those are my top 5 ice fishing lures that I'm using all season long. Make sure to go to takemefishing.org to find more ice fishing tips and techniques. Also make sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel. Thanks so much.